Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us today for our Passion series. I am like giddy today. I'm so happy, so excited because I have two amazing women here with me today who I care deeply about, but they have so much to share with us about parenting and the topics of what we're dealing with in our society today and trying to be good parents. And so we're all going to learn so much and obviously get to the passion behind the movement. And I'm so glad you guys are here. They are a part of the Akiba Academy family. Jordana is the director of early childhood. And Dorit is in response to the curriculum. And I'm gonna let them tell you a little bit about their exact positions because that was a tongue twister as well, and I didn't quite get it all. Jor, can you tell everybody a little bit about you and what you do here?
Yes, so I am the early childhood director, and so I am here to bring the Akiba Academy Early Childhood Program to life through the children, the families, and the teachers, and really run the day-to-day task of running an early childhood program. And I do that right alongside my best friend, Dorit Schonbrunn.
And I am the Early Childhood Pedagogical Coordinator, which means that I support Jordana's vision, and I do that by supporting the teachers with doing real-time coaching and mentoring and helping be a support to the parents and the children, and just overall move her vision forward.
The school is very lucky to have you both.
Thank you.
Very
Really,
lucky.
really
We
lucky.
feel blessed to be here.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
So Jordana, we are living in such a different society right now. Actually, it can be a little bit even frightening to be a parent right now. What are you seeing as like the unique challenges that exist for our society?
Yeah. So, Carrie, I have to just say that I think back to when you and I were growing up, and we could play for endless hours of time, and nothing could stop us from just playing and creating and just being just in the fun.
Yeah.
And so it's just a very different world today. So today, our children are living very overscheduled, overindulgent, disconnected lives. And it doesn't matter if you are growing up in poverty or if you are growing up in affluence. This is just part of our society every day, all the time. And it's not unique to any one culture or part of the world. It is just, it's what's happening today. And I also want to just say that I have the opportunity to network with other early childhood directors, other educators, professionals in the field, and this is not unique to Dallas, Texas. This is everywhere. So what's happening is that our children are not being allowed to feel those feelings of discomfort, those feelings of relationship connections, and therefore what's happening is that at the expense of wanting to make them feel happy all the time, we are not allowing them to feel things like discomfort, to try to handle their big feelings, and
Go through the pain.
Yes, exactly.
Go through the pain to get to the other side.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
which is endless, and it goes on for your whole life. So
Exactly.
I see that.
Yes.
So Dorit, what is the passion behind the movement? So tell me a little bit more about your stake in this.
I know I speak for both of us when I say that our passion comes from our desire for all children and parents to live their lives optimally. And what we have been hearing and what we've seen happen over the years is that the opposite is what's happening. People are not living their best lives, and it breaks our hearts because we are so passionate about the growth and development of children. And now there's so much brain research available, and we want to use that and make it accessible to parents and even to children, because we do teach children about their brain and how it works, and we want to use that information to empower everybody so that they can live functional, productive lives. And then end up being truly happy.
Tell us a little bit about the problem that you're looking to solve.
We found that the only way we can help our children is by helping the adults in their lives. In our early childhood program, we use a philosophy called conscious discipline, and its creator is Dr. Becky Bailey, and she has a quote that we love to use, which is, "You cannot teach skills you don't have." So as adults, whether you are a parent, a teacher, a grandparent, aunt, uncle, cousin, if you are not modeling these skills of emotional competence and coping skills, you cannot expect your child to have it. And we want to give all these adults those skills so that their children can learn from them. If you can't handle it when you don't get the parking space you want, or when your child doesn't get the grade that you were hoping they would get, then there's no way you can expect your young child or teenager or adult child to handle it when they don't get the toy they wanted or the play date they wanted.
Tell us about the impact that you're hoping to make.
So we are hoping to help parents find the balance of meeting the demands of today's society with meeting the demands of just basic human nature.
Do you have any parenting tips that you can help? Like something that we can take with us?
Yes, I do.
That might help us today.
I do. I'd like to share just a couple things. I mean, I could go on and on and on, but two things that I feel are just immediate things that can be practiced at home right away. One is connection. Connect with your children. Have time in your day where it is tech-free time, the phones are put away, you have the opportunity to really connect with each other. And I would specifically like to suggest that making sure that drop-off time and pick-up time for school is a tech-free time. Keep your phones down. When you are greeting your children at the carpool line, in their cars, in your car, make eye contact with them. Tell them, "I'm so happy to see you." And tell funny jokes with each other and have fun together. Try to keep from using that time to drill your kids about what their day was like. Because if you can only imagine like what you feel like when you walk in the door, if someone was hounding you right when you walked in the door from a busy day at work, to ask you questions about how did it go? How did your meeting go? Tell me, the problems that you had today at school. Did you make any new friends today? How you would feel about answering that right when you walked in the door. Give your children chill time, but make sure that time when you first greet them at the end of the day and the time when you're sending them off to school is a time where you are really focusing on making connections with each other. The other thing I want to really, really highly encourage everybody to allow their children to do is to let your children be bored. Give them unstructured time. Every afternoon does not need to be scheduled with an after-school activity. My favorite thing that my children would come to me and ask me, now they're a little old, they're older now, but when they were little and they would come to me and they would say, "Mommy, I'm bored," I would say, "That's amazing, what are you gonna do?" And they would have to figure out what to do with that time. And that is time that they won't get back, but it's time that is gonna allow them to really get creative, feel uncomfortable a little bit. Let your children even get hurt within reason so that they have the opportunity to feel a little bit of pain so that they can learn how to handle the big emotions that come with those feelings.
Right, because we're just masking it.
Yes.
More importantly, that they can get through it.
And they can handle it.
That's what they need to see that they can get
By
through
themselves,
Yes.
for themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that's huge. I can totally see that. When we were younger, there was no such thing as being bored. And we were together a lot.
Yeah.
But we were so imaginative. Like, as you said that, and it really brought me back. Like, I'm picturing us in the library doing our dances,
Yes.
putting on our plays.
Yes.
Yes, we'd make our parents watch them, but they'd make us practice them for hours
Right.
first. And there was no time to get bored because we had to be creative. It's true, I don't see that in my children anymore. It's like non-existent.
We have to give them the opportunity to get creative in that way that we used to get creative when we were kids.
Right. Get creative. What do you think it is like parenting your own children versus teaching others how to parent their own kids? And is it a lot of pressure?
You know, it's interesting that Jordana and I, we talk about this a lot, and we make no bones about our parenting struggles. We share with parents regularly, whether it's in our parenting class or just in the hallways at school, that we have both had struggles personally as parents. And we tell them, we are so open about it because we want them to know that it's real. And in fact, if you are not having parenting struggles, at best, you're doing it wrong, and at worst, you're not doing it at all. You know, we want you to struggle and know that it is okay, and we all go through it. And that there are people and books and organizations who are there that can help you. You can get support. It's out there. Don't be ashamed of it. And we want people to feel comfortable to come to us and know that it is real.
You're not thinking of yourselves as better or perfect, and that's the beauty and why you're so approachable.
And we're definitely not judging.
And we're definitely not judging, and we are constantly...
Don't judge me and I won't judge you.
Exactly. Exactly.
We are constantly working on it, and we tell parents that it is different to be a teacher than to be a parent. It is easier to be a teacher than to be a parent, but I will tell you that it is getting harder, and they're starting to kind of get close to each other in terms of difficulty because of all this rampant emotional dysregulation, which is, like Jordana said, everywhere.
Being an expert in any field, an entrepreneur, whatever it is, has a lot of challenges when you take something on full throttle. What keeps you up at night?
So I would have to say that what keeps us up at night is that we see so much anxiety, so much sadness. We're two people trying to tackle a giant epidemic, and sometimes it seems insurmountable. And because there is just a small group of people who are recognizing that it is the adults in our lives that are affecting our children. And so this is not, we often hear what the issues are in schools. This is not a school problem. This is not a bullying problem. This is an adult problem. And what happens is we, the adults, are raising the children to be just like them. So it's becoming a vicious cycle of stress and anxiety. And what we need and what we hope for is for people to just choose to do it differently. We can choose to partner together. We can choose to develop the skills inside us that we can then teach to our kids.
I get that. I feel like if I would have asked you that a few years ago, I don't know that you guys would have said it the way that you're saying it now. Like
I think that's
when did
true.
this change? Like
we have chosen to do it differently.
We
We
have.
have been on this journey, this
Yes.
passion journey together.
Right.
We have changed.
Yes, and we spend a lot of time together reflecting on everything that we have experienced on our journey, and the evolutions of what we've seen with just families and children and our world. And
Over 25 years.
Yeah, exactly. So, and we do a lot of reading about brain research, and it just is really changing the way that we see our purpose.
Like, when is it too late to start? Like, I'm thinking, like, did I miss the
We
boat?
love this question.
That is a great question.
It
It
right?
is never too late. These are life-changing techniques. It is about communication. It will help. It helps marriages. It helps in a work environment. It is never too late. We can tell you personally and professionally, it is never too late to start learning how to use this. It will only make you feel more fulfilled.
I'm so happy that you introduced it to me, because one of the things that keeps me up at night, and there are many, I've talked about it already, but is the concept of parenting and what I am not doing right, and what I feel I see in my kids that I feel needs to either be corrected or addressed. And, and then the next morning comes and you just sort of go back to what you try to be a little bit better, but I'm not using any sort of techniques. So to have some teaching tools that's amazing.
And these are life skills.
Right.
These are life skills.
Right. Right.
They really are.
If you're going to develop yourself to be whole, and you are a parent, there's something to be said about developing yourself as a parent and just continuing to allow yourself to grow. And so I'm going to take you up on that. The two of you have brought so much to the table, and I knew you would, and I'm so excited to share this. How can the parents that are watching this today find you?
So, as Dorit mentioned, we are currently leading a parenting series, and the next series that we have planned is for Tuesday, December 11th. It's from 7:30 to 9 p.m. on the Schultz-Rosenberg campus, and all are welcome. We typically need an RSVP, and you can actually RSVP to me at jbernstein@akivaacademy.org. You can email me at any time with any questions, same email address, or you can email Dorit Schonbrunn at dschonbrunn@akivaacademy.org.
Okay, and we will spell out that last name. Bernstein's hard enough, but
Schonbrunn is something else
Schonbrunn
altogether.
is a whole nother level. Thank you both so much for not just for being here, but for committing yourself to our children. I had the pleasure of both of my natural children getting to be a part of your preschool, and it was amazing, which everybody that's here knows. But the fact that you're taking it to the next level and approaching this problem is just huge. And I, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I will be there December 11th, and I will read those books, and I will do anything you tell me to do, because the one thing that I know is to follow the experts when you don't know. And these are the experts. When it comes to parenting, when it comes to the skills that we need, you cannot find people that know more than these two ladies. I really encourage you to reach out to them. They're amazing, amazing people, and they will be amazing impacts and influences in your life. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank
you.
Awesome. That was great.
Thank you.
That was great. Thank you for watching our Passion series. This process has already been so uplifting and impactful that we are encouraged to create a passion movement, inspiring you to live your best life. We are coming to you each week with another amazing individual who will share their unique story. If you know someone or you yourself would like to take part in our passion discussions, please comment below or send us a message. Until next week, live well, live inspired, live your passion.